Hello and good morning. I am Life in Bouquet, and thank you for joining me for another video. I'm gonna put my hood up real quick because it's kind of cold out here this morning. The sun's up, so it feels nice. So that's definitely a positive. I wanted to come here and talk today because I had a kind of a intricate message. Maybe it might be quick because I was talking about it with my wife this morning, and I feel like a lot of the conversation helped me kind of get through what I was thinking. So from time to time, because of my issues, whether it be my MDD or PTSD, and I question a lot. I was thinking about the idea of our thoughts being lies. It's kind of hard to explain, but it's the way, I guess the best way to say it is, anytime we get ideas, right? Things that pop into our brains, like what ifs, especially what ifs. All those questions that you say to yourself, what if I got into a car accident? What if I did this? What if I did that? I was thinking about it, and I was like, God doesn't put those bad thoughts in your brain. Oh, sounds like there's a kid over here. Sorry, there's some neighbors. But the concept behind it has to go into you being a human, like your simple thoughts as a human. You don't ever have to think of it outside of your mind because it's just a thought, right? I've been really questioning a lot because I have the ability to do whatever I want in my life with no recourse, unless I did obviously something bad. I have been thinking about it more and more from a spiritual standpoint and been really just kind of contemplating on it. But the other day I had a situation where I was really getting in my thoughts, and I really thought about how realistically, if I want to do whatever I want to do, then then God will guide me to do whatever I want to do, right? But my brain started to wonder and started to think about why would you think these things? A lot of the ideas that had come to my brain was things that I had done in my past that were kind of just eating at me again, even though I've been forgiven and I've done these things to ask for forgiveness and to change, right? And then I was listening to this pastor this morning. His name was Pastor Jesse. That's all I can remember. I don't know what the other part of it was, but he was talking about the concept of exactly what I was feeling. Like, your thoughts are essentially like thoughts of evil. Like, they're just human thoughts. They're not thoughts from God. I was talking about the conceptual ideas of like the way the Mormons are and how they have multiple wives. I thought about how in biblical scripture, so many powerful men have been with different women. King David dealt with infidelity. King Solomon, the wisest of them all, had so many concubines. And then there's Abraham, who even he couldn't have a child with his wife because they thought that their wife was barren. He ended up going to have a baby with some other woman. So in my brain, I was thinking about it, and I was like, well, who's to say that we can't do something like that too? Because of things that have happened in our lives, right? So I when I thought about that, I was like, man, like, you know, that's a terrible thought to think, right? I was like, there's no reason why I should be feeling like that, and why would I even ask a question like that, unless you were like bound by sex or something. And I thought about it, and I was like, men, I was like, yo, we're so bound by that. Like, that's one of our biggest things, right? We naturally want to reproduce. We naturally want to be with a woman who has bigger hips, has bigger breasts, and those kinds of things. That way you can produce more offspring. You can see it in her that she has a way to hold up the child, and that she also has a way to feed the child. So these things that we look at, and I was like, man, you know, it really, really sucks when you're a man of power, because you really do have so much more to battle with, and so much more to try to control. You're always at ends wits with everything, and you feel as if, well, I can do whatever I want, so therefore, you know, you can act and do as you wish. But clearly that's not the way, from what I've seen in my life, in the way that God's told me to be. So, you know, it's interesting. I really do believe that, you know, that our thoughts are lies, and that we really just have to turn to God whenever we have these moments. Because I know I was asking myself, like, man, God, like, okay, now that I've been able to figure this out, and I've been able to kind of understand life more, won't it get easy? And it's pretty much the opposite. Things get even harder, because you start to really see life for what it is. So it really comes down to you being able to make the choice, and that's where God tells you, you knowing and you disobeying will haunt you even more. And I can guarantee you that I've turned away from God before, where I was like, I'm just going to do what I want. I'm telling you, it doesn't work. If you believe in God, or if you even have the conception of God, you will know in your brain when you're doing something right and when you're doing something wrong. It's there, and I for sure have dealt with it. So I just wanted to make a quick video this morning and give you my 2 cents on what I was thinking about the world today. If you feel the same, or if you have anything to add, or you want to say something, feel free to comment down below. Tell me how you feel, and I'll respond back to you. Thank you. I hope to see you again in the next video. Like, share, and subscribe. Bye.